Urban Keyz run the world.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy Urban Keyz. Today we'll be doing a beat breakdown of Anyị Ga-Adị by ikae. So let's not waste any more time and let's get straight to it, man. I sent ikae this beat back in 2023. I remember when we first tapped in, we were at Explosion run-throughs for Explosion in 2023, and then I was looking for people around school who, you know, made music that I can send out my beats to, because every time I make beats, I always want to have somebody to send to, you know what I'm saying? And so we finally locked in person, and I'm like, bro, like, I have endless beats for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I probably got over 1,000 beats on my phone to this day, and that just keeps increasing, and I just needed somebody to give it to, you know? And so we tapped in. I figured out he like Afro beats, and that kind of transitioned my wave of trap, because 2020, when I first started making beats, I was making a lot of G Herbo beats, a lot of Future beats, you know, things like that, like trap and hip-hop, because I wasn't necessarily in the space that kind of promoted Afro or Afro beats, so I didn't really see a reason to make those type of beats, you know what I'm saying? So after I figured out he was an Afro artist, I feel like that allowed me to step up my game and walk into, you know, a genre that I wasn't necessarily familiar with, but I knew that I could take over, right? So it's funny because I was at home on break when I sent him the beat. I remember I sent him the beat in December, and how it happened was I was just making beats, you know what I'm saying? Like, I probably had about like 30 beats I sent him already, and I guess that beat was just in the mix. I made it at home and I called it Category 7 for no specific reason. How I name my beats is really just, you know, what I'm experiencing at that time or whatever is in front of me that I can kind of put a name to it. Like, let's just say, for example, I got my iPhone in front of me and I don't know what to call a beat after I'm done making it. If I'm looking around for what a name could be and I'm looking around and I see my phone, I might just call that beat Siri or Apple or iOS, you know, something like that that reminds me of what I was doing in that current moment. So I don't really remember what I was doing when I named that beat Category 7. I think it was raining for real. And oh yeah, boom. I remember there was a hurricane watch. We were at home and it was raining outside, like it was pitch black. Like everybody was so scared. Oh, it was like an East Coast hurricane, just because I'm from South Carolina, right? So there was a hurricane that was supposed to come in and just terrorize the earth, but once again, you know how news be, like nothing happened. But that's why I named that beat Category 7. So after we figured that out, bro, I felt like it was just barbecue chicken from there, man. And we just built the song for real. And like he give me like shared notes. I go back, you know, I write it, and we just started building together, and that's how that song came into existence. So I'm gonna show y'all, you know, how I made the beat in the first place so we can get right to it. So how I started the beat is in the key of B flat, and I originally started with some simple chords. These are chords I started with right here. I just want to lay down, you know, the idea of the song. Dun, dun, dun. Very simple. And then I added these right here. And then after that, I added these shakers. And then usually I like to layer my shakers, so I added another one. I feel like that gave the rhythm, the bounce, you know, the feel of the song. Like an up-tempo vibe, a very mellow vibe. And then this is the entire intro right here. This is my favorite part of the song right here. Everything that I made is from scratch. All of my beats are from scratch because I feel like even though it may take me more time, I have more appreciation for the process of making the beat because I put my own little 1-2 on the beat. Even if nobody's gonna hear it when the song publishes, I know that, okay, this part's coming up, and I know how long it took me to get to that part. I know, you know, the things that I did to get just my own little thing, you know what I'm saying? So the drums were very simple for me. Like, I just use a loop, to be honest. And I just let that keep going, you know, as I started building the song. Just let that beat run right there. And after a while, you hear everything start to come in. And usually how I layer my beats, I like to give, I usually do intro, verse 1, verse 2, chorus, verse 1, verse 2. Because I want to give the artist a lot of room to work, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to overcrowd them with a beat. I got a lot of layers. So when I start the song off, like when I started it over here, all I had in there was maybe like the pad and the electric piano to just kind of, you know, build the basis for the song. And as the song progressed, you just add more. So after that, I was basically done with the beat. I went back, restructured everything, put it in my mixer, leveled everything, and then I sent it over to him.